Hello, this is Tip Top Gaming here today with another Magic the Gathering news video. Now, as you all know, today was San Diego Comic-Con and with it came a bunch of news. If you didn't see a video, yesterday I revealed that the name of the set would be Throne of Eldraine. But yeah. So there's a lot of information about it. So they're like, oh yeah, this is Throne of Eldraine, you know, there you go. And they say, once upon a time, and they show this artwork, yeah. Throne of Eldraine is Magic's take on Camelot meets Grimm fairy tales. Knights and courts, absolutely. Iconic fairy tales, you bet. And so the whole point of this is that it's a bunch of like fairy tales and like, oh, you know, Merlin and blah blah blah, but they're gonna be the Magic the Gathering version. They show off a lot of new art here. You can see it with these. Just a lot of cool art. They are not revealing any cards or mechanics, but this is obviously a reference to Hansel and Gretel. So on and so forth. So let's keep going. The art showcase continues, but all with that twist. So, you know, princess kissing the prince. So on and so forth. So basically those are just a bunch of art. And here's some of the lands. So they actually, I love the way these lands look. I probably will start using these, except if you want to see more about how lands work in MTG Arena and some new changes coming to those, you can check that out in one of my recent videos. Card up there. So here they say these characters look a bit familiar, and they kind of do. They remind me of maybe a couple different characters. I don't know. That person reminds me of a couple different characters, and there's just a couple things that look familiar. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in there. You'll probably see analysis of that all over YouTube. But here's where we start getting really interested. We're going to be talking about all new types of booster packs. I'm going to get more into this with this post. But yeah, this is all on their Twitter account because there was a panel. So, they talk about how they want to make booster packs more fun to open to incentivize buying booster packs instead of singles. And they do that by making surprise. So they're talking about adding borderless planeswalkers and extended art cards as well as showcase cards. Now, showcase cards are going to look something like this. Now, here's the thing. The reason it looks like this is because this is what the normal card will look like. Due to a mechanic, it'll look like this. But then the showcase version just adds all this little detailing and different art. Then there will be borderless planeswalkers and showcase cards. So not exactly these cards, but cards like this. And this will be inside of normal booster packs like they are now. And then I think one of the biggest things, the thing you guys all were looking for, is that they confirmed that 1v1 Brawl is coming to MTG Arena later this year, and that there will be pre-constructed Brawl decks for tabletop play. So I assume this is going to come out around the same time as those Brawl decks come out, because there'll probably be codes in the Brawl deck. And then Commander previews will start August 1st through 4th. So yeah. And yeah. Let's go over the article here. Basically, they talk about how there's a bunch of new stuff happening with the October set, and they like to make changes. When they make changes, they want to be careful. And so they reveal, you know, this is basically going over a lot of the information from Twitter, so I'm going to skip through a lot of it. They talk about how R&D has switched from being just one R&D working on a bunch of products to individual teams that take on projects. And so they talk about how they wanted to manage surprise. So what I'm really going to talk... So they talk about how in M20, they increased the chances of foils and changed the treasure or the artifact borders. And then they talk about borderless planeswalkers. But what we really want to see is... so this is the new frame. And here's the showcase frame as we saw. So here's the important part. There's a couple different types of products. And I'm going to go over all the products in Throne of Eldraine. Or at least all the products that they've announced. We have the draft booster, which is going to be like basically the booster pack that you have now. The theme booster, which are just big booster packs, 35 cards that are all of one color, but they're handled differently in every set. Then here's where we have the collector booster. Now these are going to range between $20 to $25 MSRP. You know, that's not a thing, but that's basically what they're estimating it to be out. But they're probably going to raise it due to what's in it. So think about this. When thinking about the cards in it, think that this is $20 to $25. So it's 15 cards and 1 foil token. So one thing to note about these also, to make these better, the collector booster packs are they are limited print run. So once they run out, they run out. They won't print more, unlike the rest of the set. So you'll be guaranteed 1 rare or mythic with extended art. So the extended art looks like this. So the art is extended to the borders, but you still have these borders, unlike borderless where they are pretty much the whole art. This is only found inside these collector versions, the extended, but these are found in normal booster packs, from what I understand. So they talk about, then they have 1 foil, mythic, or rare. So this can just be any foil, mythic, or rare. So you're already guaranteed a foil, at least rare. Then you get 9 foil or commons and uncommons. So these are all foil, all commons and uncommons. And they can be showcase cards. And then they have 3 special card frames, which are either borderless planeswalkers or showcase cards. There'll be borderless planeswalker cards or showcase cards. These cards will be non-foil, and the non-foil showcase cards will only be found in collector boosters. Non-foil common. So basically, if you want to get these special showcase cards in a normal booster pack, they will appear as foils. But they'll also be normal foils. So it's kind of getting complicated. And this is what I think is the most interesting. This card. This card is basically for cards that are inside of Throne of Eldraine, but you can't get them from regular booster packs. These include things like the Buy a Box Topper, new cards from the Planeswalker decks, new cards from the Brawl decks, and basically to be a catch-all for all mechanically unique cards associated with the set. And then, of course, you get a foil token. So the reason why this is so expensive is because borderless planeswalkers, special art cards, and extended art are all very expensive and worth a lot. So these will probably be marked up in price. Of course, we have the planeswalker decks, and we now know this is a planeswalker, but they basically haven't changed. The bundle is the same as the Core Set 2020 bundle. The promo pack has changed. So instead of getting a promo basic land as your final card, you'll get an MTG Arena promo card that grants a booster pack instead. And basically, there'll be some world champions featured on Throne of Eldraine, Drain player spotlight cards. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's a lot of information. We know it's fairy tales and like magic and grim fairy tales, and we have a new booster pack type. And there's just from what they've said, it seems like the Mythic Edition will no longer be a thing because they reference them as the 3 Mythic Editions, and how they reference it really makes it seem like it's a thing of the past, and they're replacing it with collector boosters. And I think that's a step in the right direction. I honestly wish that the commons in here, these were all uncommons. I feel like I would be more likely to go out of my way and be like, oh, I don't need the commons, but a lot of foil uncommons would be pretty nice. However, I think these are going to sell really well, and they're going to be hard to find. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest MTG news, subscribe and hit that like button down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.